Hey guys, it's Lee, and today I'm back to make another bread machine recipe with you. This recipe is for a multi-seed loaf of bread. I'm going to start it off in the bread machine and finish it in the oven. And I also want to mention you can totally do this completely in the bread machine. Since we're going to be using this bread for slicing, I prefer to do it in the oven because of the little paddle that leaves a hole in the bread machine when you make it in the bread machine. So anyway, you can totally do it either way. I'm going to leave the link where I found the original recipe down in the description box below, so you can go there and get some more hints and tips and a printable version of the recipe. So I'm going to start off with 1 cup of warm water, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 cups of white flour. I'm using all-purpose. The recipe called for bread flour. I just don't have it. And 1 cup of whole wheat flour. 1½ teaspoons yeast. This is rapid rise, and I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't have bread machine yeast. I can't find it anywhere. And 1/3 cup of seeds mixed. Use whatever seeds you have on hand, whatever seeds you like. The only seeds I have in my house right now are pepitas, sunflower seeds, and toasted white sesame seeds. That's all I have, so that's what I'm using. I placed the pan in my bread machine, and since I am going to just make dough, that is number 8 on my machine. If you want the bread machine to do all the work, including cooking, just set it on basic or white bread or whatever your basic setting is. You want to come back in a few minutes and check on it to make sure your dough isn't too wet or too dry. If it's too dry, add a teensy bit of water. If it's too wet, add a teensy bit of flour until it gets to the right consistency. As you can see here, my dough is just a smidge dry, so I'm going to add a few drops of water at a time until it gets to a good consistency. Alright, so this is much better. I added about a teaspoon of water to get to this point. I'll be back when the bread machine is done. Alright, so here's the dough after the dough cycle has gone through. I'm going to put it on this parchment paper. You can just put it on the counter. I have a little bit of flour down. I have greased my bread pan already, and by greased I mean I just sprayed some Pam on it. Now, you don't need this part. Alright, you don't want to bake that in the bread. So I'm just going to roll it into like a loaf size. Put it in my bread pan, and I'm just going to kind of squish it out. Or press it down, I guess is what you say. Squish it out. So that it fills the pan. And then I have a few seeds. I just mixed those up. I'm going to sprinkle a few on top. Kind of press them in. So now I'm going to cover this and put it in a warm spot. My oven actually has a proofing feature, so I'm going to put it in there, or you could just stick it in the oven with the light on for about a half an hour to an hour. It really depends on the temperature of your room. You just want it to rise at least to the top of the pan, maybe a little bit over, but I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's ready to go into the oven. All right, so here it is. I let it rise for 40 minutes, and doesn't it look beautiful? So now I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 45 minutes. I've never baked this in the oven, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'm going to start checking it at 30, and I'll let you know how long it actually took. All right, here it is, fresh out of the oven. This house smells amazing. I'm gonna let this sit in the pan and cool down for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put it on a rack and let it cool the rest of the way. I'll be back to slice it up for you. All right, so here is the bread all cooled off. I'm gonna slice into it. An electric knife would be better, but I don't have one. All the seeds I put on top are falling off. All right. So look how gorgeous this bread is. It smells amazing. So if you try this recipe, make sure you take a picture and post it on social media and tag me. My social media accounts, they're all LeighsHome05, but they're linked down in the description box below to make it easier for you to find them. If you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. You can also find me over on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook at LeighsHome05. Thanks for watching. Bye.